Hello friends, I welcome all of you. In 10th standards English Unit 1, in that 1.1, an encounter of a special kind. We understood in the last part about the boy of the narrator who was busy in reading but intermittently disturbed by the barking of dogs and cawing of crows. At first he neglected the sound, but later on curiosity did not allow him to stay at his place. Therefore, he came out to see what happened there, in which he found a big male langur was biting mercilessly to the baby langur. Then he tried to save that baby langur by throwing stones at the big male langur. But male langur was in mood that it did not leave that baby langur. Up to this we understood in last part. Now let's proceed for the next one. See now what happened up that part in the story. It is given here. The changed circumstances and the sudden unexpected attack from unknown quarters forced the langur to drop the baby from sloping roof over the veranda. The baby was listless and appeared to be dead. Now, as soon as writer tried to throw stones to the big male langur, the same way or at the same time, barking of dogs or the sound of the barking of dogs increased at that time. Big male langur was a little bit confused. It did not know what to do. It was biting, it was scratching to the baby langur, and suddenly at the slope side, it came at the slope of the road, and it left big male langur left the baby langur there and ran away. Then the baby langur, which was on that sliding slope, it was listless, it was energyless, it was it appeared as dead. Slowly it was sliding down. So at that time, what writer did there, what narrator did there, see, as its body started sliding down, the excitement of the pack of dogs grew manifold at the prospects of good kill and mill. Keeping the dog at bay with stick, I managed to catch hold of the baby langur's tail just as it tipped over the edge of the tilt roof. See now, baby langur was left there. It was totally energyless. It appeared like dead. Now it was sliding down slowly from that roof. Dogs which were barking from the down, they thought it was ready-made food for them. Therefore, writer somehow succeeded in catching the tail of sliding down baby langur, and writer held that baby langur in his hand. He found that baby langur was totally inert, totally powerless, motionless, and in this way it was totally energyless. Therefore, writer took that baby langur inside. By this time, my parents and sister had come out on the veranda and were witnessing my rescue operation. Some of our neighbors had also gathered in the distance. The sound was so loud, it disturbed the silence. Therefore, his parents, his sisters, they came out at the same time. Even the neighbors came out at the same time, and they all were watching this scene. Then what he did, see there, I took the baby langur to our backyard and gently laid on the floor inside the poultry coop. His body was full of these full of deep bite marks and scratch. See, as soon as he held the baby langur, he carried it to the poultry coop and he put that baby langur on the floor of poultry coop. Poultry, we know that, and coop is nothing but a kind of cage that is for hens and cocks to be kept there. And there he in that coop, in that cage, writer or narrator put that baby langur inside. Then he found that there were biting marks, there were scratched on the baby langur's body. See again, blood was oozing from the some of the wounds. The body remained motionless. My father provided their old first aid to clean the wounds and stop the bleeding. As he saw, there was bleeding. There was blood coming out from his wounds. His father brought first aid box there. His father gave first aid to that baby langur. His father cleaned that wounds and stopped the bleeding of the baby langur. I was led to find out that the baby was breathing even though his breath was shallow. At that time, though the baby was energyless, though it appeared dead, but when it was given first aid, at that time, narrator understood that though it was energyless, but it was alive. It was alive. It was breathing. See what happened after that. Splashes of cold water made the body stir, and after a few shaky attempts, he sat up. He was in the state of shock and started trembling like a leaf in the wind. After giving first aid, splashes of water splashes of water were thrown on his face or on his body. One can say on his body. So due to that, it came alive. It stirred at the place. It moved at the place, and somehow, in trembling way, in shaking way, it sat there. That baby langur sat there. It sat there like a leaf which trembles in the wind. Now you can find that somehow baby langur sat there. His two little twinkling eyes welled up with tears and started to sob with a muffled cry. See, in the eyes of baby langurs, there was water, or that is tears. There was water, mean that is tears. It welled up. Tears welled up in his uh, twinkling eyes, and it was sobbing also there. It was sobbing. It was sobbing in suppressed sound. It was sobbing in suppressed sound. Just like a human child would after experience trauma. Yes, human child, a baby child, human child. It whenever it gets shocked at that time it sobs. The same way that baby langur was sobbing there. Now I offered him a peeled banana which he accepted with his unsteady hands and began taking hesitant bites. After that, to give him energy, after that, to collect energy, something energy, or to collect energy for him, writer or narrator gave him peeled banana. It tried to eat the banana with its shaky hands, with its trembling hands, and in this way you can find that it got energy. It got energy. My attention was fixed on the revival of the baby langur. Suddenly I had an uncanny feeling of the being watched. I turned away from the coop and looked up. There sat the mother langur on our kitchen roof, watching every move I made. She simply sat there quietly as if convinced that no harm was being done to her child. See, now writer gave baby langur a peeled banana. It got little bit energy there. So writer felt very happy that because of him, baby langur could get something, some energy, Now, when writer was doing all this thing, suddenly a strange feeling occurred in his mind. He thought something or at least someone was watching to him. So as he turned away from the coop and he saw that the mother of that baby langur was watching him from roof and keeping an eye on his every movement. She simply sat there quietly, and she had confidence that baby langur was now out of danger. That is what she thought there, and she sat on the roof there. She was watching all these activities of the writer. Meanwhile, the baby sensed the presence of his mother and started to sob and cry a little louder. I retreated from the door of the coop to allow the mother access to her baby. So, in this time, or especially when narrator saw that Mother Langur was watching all these activities, for some time he kept himself away. He moved back. He moved back from the coop. Then uh, Mother Langur, which saw that baby langur was sobbing there and it was crying a little bit louder. The same time, writer retreated from there, retreated from that coop. Immediately, the mother descended on the floor of the coop and picked up the baby in her arms. She gave the baby a thorough inspection to check his injuries and then cuddled him tightly in her bosom. As soon as narrator retreated from that coop, Mother Langur descended, means Mother Langur came down on the floor of the coop. It came down on the floor of the coop. Then she went near the baby langur. She observed or inspected or checked injuries of baby langur, and she cuddled him. She cuddled him. She held her closed, or held her baby langur closed there, and with her near to her chest, close near to her chest. And in this way you can find that she tried to show her love about baby langur. Then the baby found great solace in her caring arms. The mother sat still with baby in her lap for a few minutes. It was almost as if she was pondering over her option and trying to figure out how she could keep the baby safe from further assault. Now, Mother Langur was near with baby Langur. You can find that baby Langur uh, was in her lap for a few minutes. Then she sat there pondering, means thinking over. She tried to think how could she keep away baby langur from the further attack, from next attack of that big male langur. So it may be thought there by writer. So she was pondering all this. She was pondering over, means thinking over all this. For a few seconds, the mother langur looked straight into my eyes. Even today, I cannot forget that look in her eyes, showering silent gratitude on me for saving her child. Mother langur, when it was near to baby langur and it was pondering over about next situation, at that time, Mother langur was also looking straight in the eyes of narrator. As narrator saw her, he understood that she wanted to show her gratitude. She wanted to show her thankfulness about him, and in this way, writer was overwhelmed by the emotion or sentiment shown by Mother Langur. There sat a universal mother holding a stricken child in her lap. As he saw feeling of gratitude, as he saw sentiment in her eyes, he thought that every mother on this earth could have shown such a kind of feeling. It is mother's feeling, and in this way he tried to understand the sentiments. He tries to understand. He tried to understand the emotions of mother langur. Then in a flash, he jumped. Sorry. Then in a flash, she jumped with her baby clinging to her belly and reached our kitchen room. She surveyed the area for the vicious male langur and then leaped away in the direction opposite to the place of the violent counter. After all this, when she showed her feeling of gratitude, in a flash, in no moment, she jumped to the roof of kitchen which was near. Okay, she jumped with baby langur clinging that baby langur to her belly, and in this way, she's as she jumped there, she went to the roof. She observed the area where male langur was there, and now she found that male langur, though male langur was not there, but still she decided to go the opposite direction of male langur, the opposite direction of male langur, and in this way she tried to save her child from further attack, from next attack. The brief meeting with the mother and the baby langur convinced me that interspecies communication and mutual trust is indeed a reality, and should anyone strike the right chord, the relationship hums into action. It was a brief meeting. It was a very short time of meeting between mother of baby langur and narrator. So this meeting convinced, gave assurance to the narrator that interspecies communication and mutual understanding is reality. Means mutual understanding between man and or between human and animal is very important. Their trust is very important, and that is true, that is reality. Again, it is said here that if human and animal, if they are connected with each other by mind, they are connected with each other by mind, it strengthens their relationship. It strengthens their relationship, and in this way, it is nothing but a best example of relationship between human and animal. The mother langur showed me that food was not only the means of communication between man and animal, but that there were other means of establishing a bond through trust, compassion, and mutual understanding. The example of mother langur expressed writer, it showed writer that only food cannot be the means of communication between human and animal, but there are also other means such as bond of trust, belief, compassion, sympathy, and mutual understanding each other. These are also means. These are also means to strengthen the relationship between human and animal. And the last paragraph of the story or this lesson is 55 years have passed since that day. I am now 70 years old, but still I fondly remember that encounter of a special kind. 55 years have passed. Now writer is 70 years old. Still, that episode is as intact in his mind. It appears before his eyes as it was at that time, and in this way, it reminds him. It also is responsible to remember him remember him that episode, that is encounter of a special kind. And friends, in this way we can understand that the story is nothing but a good example of human and animal relationship. There are maybe means such as trust, sympathy, compassion, and mutual understanding. Because of all these means, they can enrich their relationship, and that is all. That is the important message is given in this story. Okay, thank you, friend.